What about the other shit where he does? Where
I get it. Global warming's real, dude.
What about the other shit he does where someone posting?
But good to see everybody on such a quick turnaround. We had to celebrate the holiday, but now it's back into full swing with new topics, not necessarily holiday themed. Welcome back, everyone. We're missing one of our normal cast, but Izan will join us at the next episode. We have one day of the NBA Cup under the belt. Some interesting games happened last night, including Clay's return to Golden State. A crazy ending to the Detroit Pistons and Miami Heat game, among other happenings in the first day of the gift that keeps on giving, which is the Emirates NBA Cup. So before we get into any other topics, I just want to get y'all's thoughts on, or things that you highlighted on the first day of the tournament action.
Steph Curry killed them, bro. Steph Curry killed them. They were not going to stop him.
Dude,
Yeah.
night at the end of that's the coldest celebration I've ever seen, man. Not even gonna lie. That is insanely cold. To do it to your fellow comrade, it's gotta sting.
He was screaming into the. I've never seen him yell that way into the camera. He whatever he was doing, he was really feeling it yesterday. That was a little different. I don't know if it was because he really wanted to win against Clay. I'm sure
Satan's greatest soldier.
It's an evil man, Steph Curry.
The French remember, man.
All he did was he switched to, it was either Doncic or Lively for the last 3 minutes. He went through the legs, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then he went right hand layup every time, every single time.
It's crazy because he could have done that shot against Kevin Love in the 2016 finals, and he didn't do that.
Man.
Like, it's insane. He does it to everyone on a routine basis now.
Dude, Kevin Love had Hey, that was a very if Kevin Love hadn't locked him up, would he have won that solo championship in 2021? Maybe it built him for that.
Wow.
And that was a sweet championship. That's a nice championship to have under your belt.
For sure.
Lively kept talking during the offseason how Gobert couldn't do it. Hey, what you doing, Lively? You gotta step up. Hands up. Come on, you know what's gonna happen.
Oh, he got cooked.
And then Twitter was saying, I guess because Steph was wording, "This is my house. You didn't want to stay." Allegedly, we don't know for sure.
Expert lip reading by Io. He really locked into the tape.
No, that's just on Twitter. I'm gonna give credit to Twitter. I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. Sorry. Please, Elon, don't get rid of X. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Was it the shimmy? Was it just Clay leaving that hurt? I don't know, but like you said, Steph.
That was
I'm tired of him, man. I'm tired of Steph Curry, man.
There's a lot of
people. You want to talk about Steph Curry a little?
What more needs to be said? I just think he's a little demonic, a little sinister.
What do you mean by that?
Little something sinister going on behind all those threes. Just saying.
Yeah, there's pure darkness in his heart for sure.
Wait, who's more Satan? Who's more Satan?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, because
was that your question? Or are you going to compare him to Mahomes?
I forgot how in the Super Bowl, Lenore jumping up over. I don't know. It's
Steph Curry.
I think for Steph Curry to play the way he plays, which is he plays like a very finesse style of basketball, and he was disrespected a lot early on in his career. For him to overcome that, there has to be just pure darkness in his soul and in his heart, and sometimes you can see it. Like last night when he was screaming, last night when he was looking to the camera and screaming. Yeah, I had all the lights off. In my apartment. I got out of bed and I had to pray.
Pure malicious.
I wasn't English.
Malicious intent there. It's evil. It's scary.
Yeah, no, you can feel it in him.
And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. He needs to stop.
I think there's nothing better.
Maybe Luka should play good basketball. Maybe that would help.
Yeah, Luka's off to a weird start this year. I think Kyrie has kind of had the better spike games as early on in the season.
Bro, Kyrie's locked in.
Yeah, he's been amazing.
But it's just kind of strange that Luka can't really pick up the slack in some of these respects. It's not that he's fallen off a cliff by maybe like Victor Wembanyama or some sort, but but Luka's not that 39-9 that we expected at like kind of a baseline.
Pretty satisfying.
I mean, he's known to be out of shape at some points in the seasons. Maybe it's just a matter of getting his legs underneath him for like the 6th year in a row, but we'll see. I don't worry too much about Luka or the fit of their pieces. I think BJ Washington's injured. Just everyone needs to gather some chemistry over the course of the season.
Luka's literally doing like 28, 8 and 8, and he's like you're right. It does whatever he does. Lets Kyrie shoot. Like, what's he shooting? They were saying he was shooting like 50, 50, 90 yesterday on the broadcast, and so I'm sure that's because Luka's taking so many shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Kyrie just goes straight to the 10.
Yeah,
Or he
really wish
the logo.
Really wish Mavericks pulled it out last night, but someday the Royals will be exposed. Maybe it's like in 2025, but we'll see. Any other things that caught your eye last night, the beginning of the NBA Cup action?
Joel Embiid has no muscle mass, bro. Joel Embiid looks tiny, and he made one shot. He made one shot last night.
I really watched that game, and I tuned in the third quarter, and I was like, "Oh, Joel made his first shot of the game."
Yeah, he's terrible. He looks so tiny.
Only thing I saw was him acting like he got shot on that.
He was also tired after like 4 minutes, and I don't understand. Like, I know he's ramping up from something. There's no like disclosed injury, but first of all, he chose to play in the Olympics, and he had like still a good 2 months after that. Wasn't ready for the beginning of the season, had to ramp up, and then he got suspended for 3 games. So there was like an extended ramp up period, and he still can't like last more than 5 minutes of an NBA regular season game without needing a break. And then he's like shooting terribly, like with completely inefficient, not bringing any sort of like defensive intensity. I think the Knicks were scoring pretty easily, I'd say, when he was on the floor. It was just a liability on both ends. It's pretty disappointing. It's 1 game sample, but the Sixers just have probably the worst vibes in the league so far.
The vibes aren't good.
Between the injuries and just like the general state of the players, like, I mean, Embiid shoving reporters, he's already got a suspension. I didn't think it was particularly fair. But just like the vibe, knowing that he's on top of this like ramp up start, that he's going to also sit on back-to-backs. Paul George is also sitting on back-to-backs and had an injury to begin the season. Maxey has a hamstring injury. I think it was a hamstring or a groin. That's lower body injury that's probably going to linger with him. Yeah. Really, the only bright spot is Jared McCain, who I'm sure we'll get to.
Vibes are great with him.
Vibes are always good with Jared McCain.
I mean, I get what you mean. Vibes are not great, 76ers, but I think Bucks are just worse. Bucks are worse.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, going back to 76ers, I see. I mean, I get what he means. Like, everyone's just like, wins don't matter. Like, let's just see what you do in the postseason. But like, we don't. Everyone knows that just because you try to prevent injuries, that doesn't mean you won't get injured later.
Yeah.
And then dealing with all the chemistry issues and just that you need to figure out in the regular season. I don't want to say it, but I just hope that's not like, because this is what for Embiid. Like, I hope it's not over. I hope it's not over.
I don't think it's over. I think there's an imminent trade request coming. Like, I think it's around the corner.
That's
the honest one has been rumored a lot, but I think it's gonna get to a point where the Philly fans are gonna start turning on him. I think there's some rumblings already.
That trade request thing would be a little nuts to me. I mean, he just got an extension recently. I think he's just kind of like held, like they kind of cater to his, like, what team would be okay with him not being in shape for the beginning of the season without like a disclosed injury, and he played the Olympics, so I mean, there's really no excuse there. He kind of gets a lot of leeway. I know that the fan base in general is tough, especially on him. They like ran Ben Simmons out of town too. Yeah. But Like, I don't think there's anything specific towards Embiid that would justify him, requesting a trade. It might be a boomer take, but
he said he lost a bunch of weight, right? That was his thing. He's like, I lost weight.
Yeah, he was trying to lose weight, I think.
But how do you lose weight? How do you lose weight and then your your fitness is worse? I don't like. Is he on the Ozempic or something? Like, how did he just lose all the muscle mass? He just looks tiny, but he clearly wasn't like running it off. If he ran it off, he'd be like incredible. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
how did he lose the weight? What did he do? I don't know. He looked terrible. He made 2 shots. I checked, and he was just hands on his knees the entire game. He looked exhausted.
he's awful.
I hate watching Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they're up right now, right?
Yeah, but he's not. No, they're down again. They're down again.
Oh,
And he's not playing. And Jared McCain, I think, is getting his first start of the season.
Jared McCain's the only saving grace for that team.
He's so good, dude. Wait till.
Kelly Oubre. Come on, get something like that, Oubre.
I'd rather talk about other players than Kelly Oubre. But one thing I found to be crazy from last night was the Pistons Heat game.
Oh man, crazy.
That's maybe part of my hit the
I
shot.
was gonna say, are we sure it's not scripted? This whole Emirates NBA Cup stuff. You can't write a better story. Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose is there.
That was
sitting courtside, and what happens? They call it timeout. They don't have.
It's the meat.
His reaction was crazy.
It favored his team, though. It's like full poetic justice.
Basketball gods giving back.
Man, that was crazy.
This is great. Great writing. Great writing.
It's like
the
best coach in the league.
If it was like Steven Silas, okay.
Best coach of the league. Let's calm down now.
He's the best coach. Anyway,
yes, we don't have
who's the best coach in the league?
Darvin Ham.
Salute.
Yeah. If you want to point to something that shows that the NBA Cup is scripted, something like that, when Jalen Rose is there, it kind of comes full circle for him. The best coach in the league makes a coaching error like that. One of the best defenders in the league blows the assignment, letting Jalen Duren go to the basket on an alley-oop play from an inbounds with like 1.8 seconds left. It's just like a perfect storm of things that really erased I think a pretty astounding performance from Tyler Hero down the stretch for them to come back and tie the game and go up by 2. Have this important group stage game almost within reach, but they gave it away.
You know what made that defensive block? Aja.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Aja
Wilson. Yeah. I think Bam. We'll probably get to him a little bit later, but I think he should have been in the lab with Aja a little bit more in the off season. Could have learned a couple of things from his partner.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
I think they're public now.
Congrats. Congrats, guys.
Congrats to them.
Pat Riley might have got it right. That Hero, dude, that barrage that he went on last night is crazy that he even got them back in that game. But wait,
if they can get that consistently from him, especially when like Butler is back in the lineup, then that's kind of their really only path forward outside of a trade for any kind of upward mobility with the roster that they have that I see. Aside from Jimmy Butler playing more frequently, which he said he would do, but he's already missing games. And then maybe like some of the rookies or the young guys would pop. Hero is really the important piece for that team. Saad, do you have any thoughts on the Heat so far this season?
No, I don't like to watch them, to be honest. They're very annoying to watch. But the truth is, Hero scores, and he scores every single night. 40 is really not that much more than what he's going to do every night. It's just a matter of if he's going to make like a couple extra threes every night. I think he's doing like 26, 27 a night, honestly, this season.
Yeah, it's like on 45% from 3, something like that. High 40s field goal percentage. Pretty good.
And he works the underneath very, like, he plays downhill in the paint, that whole area, very, very nicely. So he's a scorer. Hero's maybe the only. Nah, I mean, Miami, you're just gonna get weird stuff from them every night, but you're gonna get Hero. We'll see, bro. They're not that far away from being impactful, in my opinion.
We do have a good pick to get to, but before we go off of move off of the first night of the NBA Cup, I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the Atlanta Hawks performance from last night without Trae Young.
Io said the Hawks were going to
Nice.
be good, and I scoffed.
Yeah, among Io's like 7 different favorites for the NBA Cup championship, the Hawks were in there.
Hey,
But he didn't call it. He said the Hawks, watch out for the Hawks, and he was right. Dyson Daniels. How about that?
Jalen Johnson too. Good.
Triple double from Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels with almost 10 steals.
yo, to that
Like,
At this rate,
to that point, 2 years ago, remember everyone was like, Quinn Snyder, what are you doing? Wait for that job. What were the other jobs that if he had waited that he could have gotten? Was it the Bucks job?
Yeah, Bucks. They fired Bud later in that offseason. The Sixers, they could have gotten them.
The Rock.
who'd they hire?
Who?
Nick Nurse.
The Bucks.
Oh, Adrian Griffin.
Dude,
Adrian
we might need to
Griffin.
apologize to that man. We might need to go back and apologize.
What Quinn Snyder was saying at the time, I think he just wanted to move to Atlanta, which is like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think he really
He's
did.
like, oh, they got a team down there. Things are just lining up.
Hey, not to brag, but I did like help him at Lululemon when I was working there.
Oh,
Nice.
How's that interaction?
Get us tickets. Get us all courtside tickets, please.
Io's probably met Io or Izan have probably met the most famous people among us. Afon's up there too. He's met Blake Griffin one time.
Blake Griffin.
I met Ruben Studdard.
Who's that?
Is that how you
Y'all
say
fuck
that? That's how you got the voice.
American Idol winner from Birmingham, Alabama. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, one of many American Idols winners from Birmingham, Alabama. Actually, one of many American Idol finalists from Birmingham, Alabama.
Taylor Hicks. Anyone?
Shit.
Top right.
We're back, folks.
Yeah.
Got a little too
But-
excited there. Apologies.
Yeah. This is all Shinora with some gold with getting a little way too excited about Ruben Studdard. But a little bit about I just remember on the count of celebrity sightings. One time Io texted us saying, I just ran into John Collins and I wished him good luck in the game. And he said we play tomorrow. He said good luck tonight, so we play tomorrow.
Dang. Because of me, he got traded to Jazz.
That's funny. Hello, how can we forget your infamous meeting with Kevin McHale?
Oh yeah.
James Harden is not a winner.
Hell?
I didn't meet him per se. We were in a car. I saw him walking by. We were in Atlanta, so near the TNT studios at the time, and he was walking by. I just wanted to be respectful, so I yelled out, "Mr. McHale!" I just wanted to get his attention. He did the kind of like kept walking, but like held out a hand, waving.
Yeah, and he told him James Harden's not a winner, which was a take he had said on the TNT broadcast like the day before, or like the week before.
And I mean, he was kind of cooking. Wasn't
He was early on it.
But we digress. We've appropriately talked about the beginning of the NBA Cup. There'll be a lot more news to come out as the group stages go on.
I'd like to quick NBA Cup points if we're moving on. Grady Dick delivered again last night in a big loss.
Huge loss.
Huge loss.
Despite the loss.
Huge loss, but Dick was good. The last thing I want to point out real quick, Orlando coming up with a win against a pretty horrid Charlotte team, but a win is a win. A win is a win.
Franz Wagner stepping up with the Impala's absent big time.
Oh yeah.
Was his birthday yesterday?
I don't know.
They had a cake, right? Y'all don't really.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The most locked in to to everything NBA.
That's not.
I heard about cake on another podcast today, so I think you're right.
No, Franz Wagner's birthday is actually August 27th. So
Not Franz,
Damn, so
Paulo.
who got the kick?
Oh, Paulo.
Because they had some cake out for him, unless he was just celebrating some
Yeah,
cheat.
Paulo Banchero's
some
birthday, November 12th.
Italian.
Oh, okay, yeah,
so
it was
him.
his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Paulo.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Hey,
Paulo.
well, soon, dude.
I wonder if he also had a birthday cannoli since he's Italian. Any
I hope
thoughts
so,
there,
bro.
Schnorr?
Wait, he's Italian?
That F the
Paulo Banchero.
That's pretty good, man. I can't lie. That's pretty good.
A little
Way
better
better
than the Rubio. The Rubio.
Yeah, and way more accurate.
I try.
And a way
We're
less
learning.
offensive.
We
Maybe
learn
actually
here
it
on
might
the
be
Ball Up
more
Top
offensive. I don't know.
podcast. We're living and learning cultural sensitivity as we go forward on the Ball Up Top podcast. But moving on, I think we wanted to get to touch on a few more topics, particularly the rookie class. We have a good amount of sample under our belts to evaluate some of the rookie class. It wasn't a particularly heralded rookie class this year. Everyone was kind of riding off the high of Wembanyama and a little bit disappointed this year, kind of being a stopgap before the Cooper Flag draft. It's a pretty deep draft coming up this year, but I've been impressed by some fun players. A lot of them on a team in particular in the Eastern Conference, but I'm sure we'll talk about them. But if anyone wants to start and highlight a certain rookie that's been performing well, or someone who's been performing badly, if you want to be a little bit negative, go ahead and take the floor.
I'll just briefly, real brief, talk about Bub Carrington. He's a hooper, bro. He knows what he's doing. You know what he looks like? He looks like he doesn't look anything like Darius Garland, but he looks a bit like Darius Garland in that he will shoot. He's pretty good heading downhill. He's like good around the rim, and he's very comfortable shooting. He'll shoot like off the dribble or he'll shoot set. So he's good. He's a good basketball player.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Bub too. I think that was his calling card coming in the draft. His his ability to shoot off the dribble and comfort in the pick and roll, which he's showing, and he's been drafted to a team that gives him the space to do that.
Mm-hmm.
When Jordan Poole's not chucking shots, and it helps that Kuzma's been injured, so it kind of allows space for not only him but Keyshawn George as well to get some touches early in the season.
And Alex Sarr, same team, terrible. That guy cannot score the basketball.
Yeah,
Literally,
I was gonna say.
I've seen enough. I don't think he'll ever be able to score the basketball. He's terrible.
I was I haven't admittedly watched much, but I just saw Şengün cook this man alive from possession one, and it was maybe a very rough game. But yeah, I think offensively he's very challenged still.
Oh yeah.
I will say that would it change your mind if I tell you he's 5 for 11 from the field tonight?
No, they must be like all fast break dunks.
No, yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough to start for Sarr. I will say Şengün, certainly I would expect to give him some trouble, but the perimeter defense and the ability to switch on to perimeter players is real. If you see the reps he gets on wings, guards, he holds up pretty well, and I think that's probably his strongest attribute was his defense, and particularly his ability to switch as someone who's like 6'11", rangy, and can play with he plays with a lot of length and can alter shots and alter passing lanes. So that's translated, but he has a long way to go. He's on a team that'll give him the space to do so, though. So still holding out hope for him.
I don't think he's gonna be able to score the basketball. It's funny. He sometimes he shoots the ball and you're like, that looks like he knows what he's doing, and it's terrible. So I'm out on his offensive potential.
Anyone else from the rookie class not a Washington Wizard that anyone wants to talk about?
I got 3 lottery picks. It's less about them and more about the teams that drafted them. Rob Dillingham, Reed Shepard, and Matas Buzelis are like 3 rookies, and they're like barely getting playing time. And I just don't think these teams are good enough not to give rookies minutes. The Rockets, for example, like Rob Dillingham is like considered, or sorry, Reed Shepard is like one of the best. Like a lot of people consider the best shooter in the class. They were down 20 to OKC a few days ago, like the whole game, and they didn't put him in until the like fourth quarter. And I'm just like, what are you? You're not like. You guys are fine. You're not good enough to not play these guys heavy minutes and give your team a chance. Rob Dillingham didn't play until like he played game 1 for 4 minutes and then didn't play again until like I think last week he finally got minutes again. And him and Buzelis both are like I think less than 10 minutes a game at this point in the games that they do play. I don't know why you're prioritizing Mike Conley over a guy you traded into the lottery to get. It just doesn't make sense to me. I understand you're like a good playoff team, but like Mike Conley's probably not going to do it for you like in those later stages of the playoffs. I don't know why you're not trying to get a like talented rookie like some game reps. And then Buzelis, I don't really watch the Bulls, but it just that team is ass. It doesn't make sense to me that a lottery pick isn't playing. He's not injured or anything. I literally just checked to make sure I wasn't tripping or anything.
No, I gotta get
They are
those Giddey minutes, man.
prioritizing. Yeah, I was about to say they are prioritizing one guy a lot.
Giddey, yeah.
He who must not be named for the Thunder Pod listeners.
Yeah, it just really annoyed me. Like these are lottery picks and you're not giving them a chance. And then it also makes me have questions for Ime Udoka. I don't know. I think if I wanted to get into that a little bit later on, but yeah, they were more like rookie concerns, I guess, or team concerns.
Why don't we get at Fawn's thoughts? Because I think on Reed Shepard particularly, I think Fawn, as well as I was too, going into the draft, very high on Reed Shepard. He certainly hasn't played as much as I anticipated. I think there's some reasons to it, but I just want to get your thoughts, Fawn, on kind of his usage and
I think it's maybe an overarching issue with the Rockets right now. I think we're playing fine, but Ime is very stubborn as a coach, and he likes you to play fearless and with a lot of energy and very downhill all the time. I think the problem with Reed so far is whenever he's in, he's playing pretty scared. He'll miss a shot, then he'll have like maybe a bad possession or like a bad pass, bad turnover, and then he's just kind of down. He'll like pass up a shot. So I think he was drafted, and what the expectation from I think the coaching staff is kind of just let it fly. You know, you're an amazing shooter, you have range, kind of what he was showing in the summer league, like completely fearless. And he showed it in spurts. Like I think against the Wizards, he had like a really good stretch. He scored 7 straight, or like 7 in a period of like 2 minutes, where he like pulled up from like 28, 29 feet, and then he had like 2 really smooth mid-range jumpers, which is what he should be doing. I think the verdict is too early on him to be judged. In the minimal minutes I've seen him play, I think it's more of a confidence issue versus like a talent thing, because his shot looks really nice. Like when it's going in, form-wise, everything looks really good. Well, the frustrating thing is this Fred VanVleet piece. You know, I wish he was gone. I know he's a veteran. He's probably teaching good stuff behind the scene and stuff. But, you know, as a fan, it's frustrating. Like those minutes should be divided between the younger guys. Like it's very clear. Amen Thompson is like ready. He is just ready to take over the league.
Yeah,
He's good, bro. He's so good.
4 blocks the other day. It was wild.
He's
like,
so good.
4 steals, 4 blocks. He's hitting like this, like, I don't know. It's minimal sample size, but he's hitting this corner 3 now. And it's something to watch. And his mid-range is actually kind of butter. Like it's like the early Russell Westbrook mid-range right now.
All right, I think you're stretching on this last part, bro. Just
There-
I'm
there's
telling
a-
you,
No, let him
watch
keep
the
going.
mid-range,
Keep going.
watch the mid-range. The mid-range shot actually looks good.
He needs some work with Fred Vincent, the same way Asar has been able to in Detroit.
Yeah, no, but
maybe
I
his shot
was
will be
watching
better.
this. They're playing the Clippers right now. He took a very early shot clock 3, cash from the side. So like the confidence is coming there. So the overarching theme is that these minutes should be starting to be divided between the young guys, Dylan Brooks and VanVleet specifically. So, you know, people like Reed can come into their own and start developing. I think it's very early in the season, so Ime's probably trying to test out rotations, what's going on. I think it's very clear that I think we have like the best starting lineup plus minus wise in the league when Fred VanVleet's not in the game. It's something like that. And then statistically, like Amen and Tari Eason are like two of the top 5 defenders in the league right now. It's actually insane.
Yeah,
but
Tari's getting a
you
lot of
reach
run
that
this year.
point.
It's awesome to see.
Say that again.
Yeah, I think.
I was just saying Tari's getting a lot of run this year. It's pretty awesome to see.
It's good to see. But to your Reed Shepherd point, I mean, I think the minutes can naturally come. I think it's or like Fred was hurt like last game against the Wizards, so it promoted Reed a little bit, which was nice.
Yeah.
It just annoyed me. Like I love being the Rockets as I think everyone here knows I don't like the Rockets, but like sometimes I just get annoyed. Like I'm like, you guys are down like almost 30. Like just put in the shooter, dude. Just try something. I don't know. It's just something I noticed.
I think the confidence thing is valid. I haven't watched as much Rockets as you this year, Fawn, but that's something that Reed kind of had a propensity to do even at Kentucky. I watched a lot of Kentucky last year because I liked him and Dillingham a lot as prospects. Particularly, Reed would kind of float in and out, kind of defer to veterans like Antonio Reeves on the team. When Dillingham was on the floor, Dillingham was initiating a lot of the playmaking. He was kind of a movement shooter only. But so he's kind of finding his way. And when someone's timid like that and he's kind of the size that he is, and he doesn't really, while he has good instincts and has good hands, he's like can just get physically overpowered as a defender, especially against bigger guards or when he switched on the wings. So that kind of makes you a liability if you're also not shooting with confidence. And then Udoka has kind of been stubborn, even. I mean, with the veterans, like you were saying, it's kind of really the only thing Fred VanVleet has going for him is that he's a veteran.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to the point where you're sending a guy like Cam Whitmore down to the G League. Like he's clearly extremely talented. He was scoring 30 a game in the G League. He doesn't belong there. But you're continuously rolling out veterans.
Wait, who is this?
Cam Whitmore.
Cam Whitmore.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a question, not about a rookie, Afan. I guess.
Yeah.
What's the verdict on Jabari Smith Jr.?
Oh, dude, we'll get to it in Shitter of the Week.
Yeah, this is it's called the Hit the Showers Award, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I got ahead of myself. He might be a repeat offender for me. Just spoiler alert. So it might be.
We'll stick to rookies for now. We'll stick to rookies for now, and I do want to just highlight a few people. One that we touched on earlier in the podcast, Jared McCain. I think
it's nice.
Really the only bright spot on the Sixers thus far this season. Maybe I think Kelly Oubre deserves a shot, but I'll highlight Jared McCain.
I saw a crazy tweet on Kelly Oubre the other day. They're like, maybe he needs to get hit by another car to get back.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
That's kind of crazy.
But McCain, anyway, McCain, I think on the confidence point, like that was also an issue with him at Duke early on in his season last year. But he really blossomed when he's like he has like one of the like most consistent movement threes, like the 3-point shots that I've seen from a rookie in a good while. He's just like always gets set really easily. He has good like instincts with off-ball movement. He can shoot off the dribble. His 3-point shot is just like has translated so well to the NBA, and he just makes good decisions. He can also act as a connected passer. I really wanted the Lakers to draft him. I think he was drafted the spot before, or maybe it was 2 spots before. Maybe Kellel, where it was in between McCain and Connect. But I mean, he fits well. I think he's going to eventually, especially when Maxey comes back, it'll probably be a Maxey McCain backcourt rather than Kyle Lowry, or it should be. I think, especially once Embiid comes back in the fold and starts playing games, he's a perfect person to have around Embiid to, if Embiid ever passes out of a double team, it's really good to have McCain out there to shoot the shot. But he's been having a good stretch of games lately, and I hope he continues to get the same opportunity with Maxey hurt and all the injuries that they have.
Yeah. I want to touch on one more rookie. I mean, it's not Bud Pod if we don't, talk about him really. And he was in the news today, actually. Broddy James is not playing in G League away games. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm just like, if I was a G League teammate, that shit would piss me off a lot.
Man, I thought that was Centel.
You know, he is the prince. I read it 3 times to make sure it wasn't Centel.
It was a Windhorse quote, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was a win. Yeah.
It was like, I don't agree with this one bit.
Yeah.
I think it's good for his development. He gets to stay home cooked meals, or whatever cooked meals. To be honest, I think it's like
A Savannah home cooked meal. Sorry.
You remember a few years ago, I think it was Phil Jackson was talking about like, I'm only going to coach home games. It's like that.
Did he say that? Did that happen? Did that happen?
Wait, who's
Phil Jackson?
It was either Phil Jackson or Steve Kerr. Somebody was like talking about, I'm only going to coach home games this season. I think it was Phil
that was
Jackson.
like when I was thinking maybe it was like when the Warriors were like letting Draymond and Steph draw up plays on the road or something, maybe, and people were like,
It might have been Steve Kerr was having issues with his back for a little while, and Phil Jackson with the Knicks, I think, was just like, I think he was just.
Oh, was that the lost season when Steph got hurt with the Warriors and Steve Kerr had back problems?
I can't remember.
Anyway, Bronny should be playing as much as he can. The G League, he's not like the Cam Whitmore type that's too good for the G League. He had the Christmas 6th day of Christmas stat line in his first G League game. He needs all the reps he can get.
Usman Jang, G League Finals MVP. You're not better than Usman Jang, Bronny. Like that's get on the road.
But
kid.
this is definitely. I don't think it should be projected on Bronny. If anything, I'm sure you all know this is definitely like a LeBron thing that he's just imposing on his son
King's
and
verdict.
stunting his son's development.
Are you speaking on LeBron James as a father? Is that are you critiquing his fathership?
No, I could never.
This is the opposite parent corner.
I'm LeBron. If you're listening, it's not what it looks like. It's not.
Stand your ground.
You guys heard about Butt Pod?
He's literally chill out.
Listen, guys, I put a lot of effort into watching rookies this week, and I have written the first 15 rookies drafted, and I tried my best to sum them up in a very arbitrary amount of space in this notebook.
Go for it.
I'm gonna run through them if you guys don't mind. Okay.
Go ahead.
It's very brief comps, pretty diminutive in a lot of ways. Okay. I'm
gonna put myself on mute so you can cook.
Okay. Pick number 1, Risa Shea. Michael Porter Jr. Alex Sarr can't score. Reed Shepard. You guys remember Akil Carr? Stephon Castle. He's good. Hooper. A lot better lately. Can't shoot though. Ron Holland. Brick God. Dude, watch him shoot. The ball goes everywhere. The ball literally bounces all over the place. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. Hold on. Salon. You guys know that guy Salon on the Hornets?
Tijon Salon.
Yeah. Luke Moratti. Klingon doesn't. I don't think he's played at all. Dillingham.
He's played.
You know what? Yeah, I wrote nothing. I have no takeaways. I'm not interested. You know what? I think I was thinking about Zach Collins. I was like, this guy pretty much is Zach Collins. Dillingham, DNP. That's all I wrote. He's probably too small, bro. He probably is not playing because he's not very good. You know what he does? It's like he goes too fast the whole time. It's like, Patty Mills just holds the turbo button the whole time he plays. It's kind of what Dillingham does right now. Zach Edey, shooter. Cody Williams. I just drew I underlined the fact that I wrote nothing because he looks like a lot of other players. There's not really much to make of him yet.
May I suggest Tony Snell for Cody Williams?
That's not bad. Buzelis. I put I don't watch the Bulls. And then Topic and Carter haven't played. Bub, Hooper, and then that's all I got. I think that's 15.
Thank you.
That's
That's
great. That was
about
great insight.
Summarizes what we needed to know about this rookie class. Before we move on, I just wanted to. Could y'all give
I got
a
one more thing.
grade
I got one
to
more
this-
thing on the rookie
No,
class.
no Bronny comp.
No, I got one more thing on the rookie
Johnny
class.
LeBron James.
Sorry, look, one more thing. I did some stat digging. You know how many 20-point games have occurred so far?
The rookie
for the
class?
rookies?
Yeah.
2.
3.
No, it's 5. I thought 5 was pretty bad. Y'all went pretty low, so that's fine. I thought 5 was pretty bad. But Jared McCain has 2 of them.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Jared McCain has 2 of them. Risa Shea had 33 points that one time.
Yeah.
And then Stephon Castle had one recently. I can't remember who did the 5th one.
Hey, shout out to that guy in New Orleans. He's Missy.
Oh yeah, he's nice.
He's balling. He's balling.
He's
balling.
nice.
He's awesome.
Sorry, I interrupted you guys. Continue.
Yeah, that's all good. Just before we move on to the next segment, I just want y'all to give a quick grade to the rookie class so far. I'll start. I'll give a solid B.
Oh.
I'll go. Sorry. Go ahead, Ayo.
I said B minus.
Okay, I'll go C plus.
I'll say B minus as well. Maybe that's like the baseline. Maybe too early to tell, but B minus.
This is a D. This is a straight D. Bro, none of these guys can score. None of them. Literally, there's not a single score on this. There's not a single score on this page.
Jared McCain. Anyway.
Other than Jared McCain.
I'm
factoring the expectations too.
Yeah, expectations.
The expectations were not high with this class. They're like
you guys are factoring in expectations.
I mean,
if you're not factoring in expectations, then I think you're right.
Yeah, right. D over like all the rookie class, especially like compared to like other years. But
I mean, they didn't know who they wanted. They were like, "What's the order?" Like.
Ron Holland, the way the ball bounces after it hits the rim is crazy.
He shoots like 6 threes a game.
I know.
You're shooting.
Fred Vincent at work right there.
Not even close.
All right. Thanks for indulging me on talking about the rookie class. Thanks for really grinding the tape, Saad.
Thanks for hustling.
Before we get to highlighting other players in our patented segment, the Hooper and the Hooper of the Week and Hit the Showers Awards, I just wanted to talk about polarizing figure in the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Milwaukee Bucks have gotten off to a horrid start this year. I think they're struggling with the Pistons tonight. I haven't checked in on how they're doing, but playing without Damian Lillard, they might go to like 3-10 or something like that.
Down 1.
So
Ron Holland has 0 for 2 from deep.
Ron Holland watch. Ron Holland watch. Giannis, he's also kind of said these. I think he has the worst kind of media training you could ask for, but he talks pretty. He's non-committal about the future with the Bucks in his interviews. So it's really raised a lot of chatter about potentially having him traded and the Bucks blowing it up. So with him being among the top players in the league, just wanted to get your thoughts on A, if you think he'll be traded, and B, where he could go, where it'd make the most sense, what the package would even start to look like if you get into that. And feel free to share some Giannis thoughts. Like I said, he's polarizing. I think we all have some opinions on him. So if anyone wants to take the floor.
I guess in general, I like Giannis a lot. He seems to be a little bit more. I do think it's interesting that it feels like no one else in the league really kind of likes him. I don't know if that's just the vibe I'm picking up on, or that other players are putting out. I think the Bucks should trade him, honestly, at this point. I think the most obvious, a lot of people are putting out the Thunder should trade for him. Personally, I don't really want it. I think a more interesting trade would be the Rockets, even though I would hate for him to come out west. Whoa, it's storming in the. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Giannis just makes me feel a type of way, man. It's tough.
But I don't know, Afad, what do you think about a Rockets trade?
Dude, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would be jumping in joy that Giannis is potentially linked to the Rockets. But I'm of the camp of Alok, where honestly, I don't see how he fits in with the team. I know he's probably arguably top 2 player in the NBA, and like it automatically solves a lot of issues. But
And
I
probably
really
gets
like
Fred
this
VanVleet
young
off the
team.
roster.
I like this homegrown talent. I like
What if
how
it's
we're.
a Giannis Dame package?
Oh, that's even worse.
I don't know
I don't
how
want
that would
Damian
work.
Lillard on my team.
That'd be a pain. You got to
I'm
get
okay.
Thompson.
And
You gotta get
like,
Thompson.
what would frustrate me is we got Fertitta to wait this out, and then you just blow it. You just blow it at this moment, which some people would say is appropriate because it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. But I don't know.
I kind of
I
feel the same way with regards to the Thunder. So I
yeah, I just
understand
don't
like
feel
why
it.
you
I
feel.
like how we're building. I think we can make like trades around the roster. I'll get into it with my hit the showers, but I just don't think Giannis is the answer.
I guess for a
I
thought
guess
exercise, do you guys want to talk about for those teams what the respective packages you would look like, or even if you could envision Giannis being traded to those teams, who, as fans of those teams, you would be willing to part ways with that you would make the trade work?
The only look. Sorry, I should go last. If Miami trades Bam for Giannis, win, big win.
That would be a huge one. That would be a huge one.
Trade him.
who else would
just
have to be
keep-
included in that for that to work though?
I don't think
we
we.
put Hero in for sure.
Yeah, they'd have to. They don't
It
have
feels like
anybody
Hero
else.
would have to be included.
But then Giannis is. I don't know. They'll still be way better than Milwaukee because there's just
Yeah, 100%.
Miami's just gonna put out competent basketball teams somehow.
Isn't Hero from Milwaukee?
Is
I'm
he?
telling you, this game is scripted. This whole league is scripted. Why is he playing well all of a sudden? So he can get packaged for Giannis.
Nah, I think the Heat are just all talk, man. I don't think they'll ever get Giannis.
He's from Greenfield, Wisconsin. You know, the most likely team still, I think. You know, it sucks if you went to New Orleans because New Orleans has all those Milwaukee picks.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Bill Simmons was talking about. I was listening to the pod. Was it today or yesterday? This pod. He was thinking about Brooklyn. All the picks, they could just do if they really wanted to.
Just why would he go to Brooklyn? Is my question. You know, like
have his
I
own
think he
team,
needs to go somewhere where there's something established.
big market.
Something needs to be established. Like, is there a second guy coming with him? Like, that's the only way I would think.
No. Me and Shanur could meet up at the Smoothie King Center, catch some Giannis games. Who knows?
Yeah, I think,
Could be nice.
and just like realistically, I just don't think the Bucks are gonna get any enticing package for their franchise player, or like that their expectations for a trade would not match what other teams are willing to give up for him, because he is a flawed player. He's like physically dominant, but you kind of have to build an offensive system around him. He's not a great free throw shooter. His playmaking is kind of touch and go. He really has only one way of playing. He hasn't even been able to really make a pick and roll partnership consistently work with Damian Lillard. But that, on paper is kind of a perfect, pick and roll partner for him. Part of that's coaching, but it's still. So, there seems to be a disconnect that I don't think will kind of get a trade over the finish line unless some surprise.
Does Danny
team
Ainge
comes
finally
into play.
budge?
There's a
Or are
3-team
they
trade
just
coming.
worried about Cooper Flag?
I would want Cooper Flag rather than Giannis at 30, who's gotten hurt in the playoffs like 3 years in a row. This is me.
Yeah, I don't know any team that's like who has enough picks, but then will have the space that's desperate enough for Giannis. I don't
know if Golden State could do it, but that would be very interesting.
Golden State is the type of team that I think would just kind of go crazy for it, but they just don't have the assets. I just like.
They have Wiggins makes a lot. I think. I don't know.
They have salaries, but like the Bucks are not trading Giannis just for salary filler and picks. They need a player,
or at least like first round, like protect. What is it? Protected, unprotected, protected,
unprotected.
Oh, unprotected.
You probably have to trade unprotected picks for Giannis. I bet.
Yeah.
What about Masai?
I think
does Masai get his guy?
Knicks were clear. Honestly, if they didn't do the Miguel trade, they could have walked right.
Oh yeah.
They could flip Cat. Can
Cat.
Can Denver trade every single player on their roster? And then
Nah.
just have a. It would be
Right.
like when the Pelicans had like Cousins and AD for a little bit. It would be just like that. It'd be the exact same.
The teams I really think, I mean, the teams that I think that have a realistic, from a pieces standpoint, that would be enticing to the Bucks were the first two teams mentioned. I think the Thunder and the Rockets. I just think he would mess up the flow that has kind of made both the Thunder and the Rockets kind of more up and coming teams. I don't think he fits within what their identities were. Maybe the Rockets more so than the Thunder. I think he would be a disastrous fit with the Thunder personally with what they're trying to do. Kind of changing the dynamics of who the offense is run through.
I just have a feeling the Rockets are going to do it. I just
Tillman's gonna get his
he
guy.
may like hard-nosed coach, like loves this, grit and grind, defensive minded. I feel like they're just going to do it.
So what are we looking at? Like
They have a lot
Jabari
of
Smith.
My
Jabari
hope
Smith.
is, yeah. I mean, they're going to have to include one Şengün or
Şengün.
I don't think
Şengün and Amen. I feel like
I don't think Ime would want Giannis. Like,
I don't think
I don't.
Can Şengün or Jalen Green be traded now that they're
I don't know if
recently
they can be
extended?
traded because they've been extended. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Is it
like
they have to wait
Jabari
till January?
Smith.
Or
I think even longer than that. Just like how Markkanen can't be traded this year because he got extended. I think it's the same way.
Yeah.
So it'd be like maybe like Jabari Smith and like Fred VanVleet filler and a bunch of picks.
Yeah.
Cam Whitmore and a bunch of picks, something like that.
this
They're gonna ask
how
for a
many-
man,
this is
which
the last-
I think he should be untouchable right now. To be honest,
Who?
Amen.
Yeah,
They're gonna ask
I
for a
agree.
man.
Oh yeah, Montenson. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, we'll see.
Giannis
Maybe the
have-
Bucks will right
is
the
this
ship.
the last year on his deal?
On whose?
I don't think so.
Giannis, or he has 2 more years.
I think he has 2 more years
Years, yeah.
Okay.
because it would be a bigger story because if he was an
Yeah.
impending free agent. But I think he like recently extended for a short term.
Yeah, he
a
got
couple
through. He
years,
got through
I think.
2028.
So we'll see. The Bucks could right the ship. Maybe not with Doc Rivers at the helm. Kind of a questionable hire from the get go, but it'll be something
We'll
team
get
to
to it.
watch.
We'll
Agent-
get to it very soon.
Agent of chaos here. All right, let's get to the meat, the real segment we were waiting for. Our Hoopers of the week, and perhaps more importantly, our Hit the Showers award. But we'll start on a positive note. A lot of negativity thus far in the podcast, so let's be a little bit positive here. Does anyone want to highlight someone playing some good basketball over the past couple of weeks?
I'm
I mean,
gonna go ahead, Aya, please.
It took him forever. It took him 11 years to finally get his career high. Shay finally got 45. Like, what?
It's pretty good.
Supposed to be
Did you say 11 years?
Yeah, did you say 11?
How long has it been?
He got drafted in 2018, man.
Yeah, it's been 6 years, dude.
Shea
6 years?
Alexander? Yeah.
Well, still, took you that long.
How old do you think
He's
he
had
was?
Come on, bro.
there are games
Good
where I
job.
thought for sure he would crack 50, and then he just ends up either sitting or deciding to just feed his teammates when the opportunities come. So
Yeah, sure. Okay. Dude, Dalton Connect.
I watch
Dalton
all the games.
Dalton Connect will probably get Bronny will probably get 45 in like year 5. Like,
He ain't making it that long. Let's be serious. Sorry, we're supposed to be positive during this segment.
Shea did have a good game last night. Kind of righted the ship in Chet's absence. We'll see if he can keep it going. It is surprising.
Tonight
Though,
with
29
points.
It's kind of surprising. Yeah, I guess he's keeping it going. I think 30 points, he's like a consistent 30-point scorer, but the fact that he hasn't gotten more than 45 points to this point in his career, it's pretty surprising. Yeah, and he's hopefully can get into MVP form after a slow start to the season. Anyone else that you wanted to highlight? It's been a couple of weeks since our last segment. We can come back to you if anyone else wants to highlight.
I'll also give it to Darius Garland. I think he kind of made a little leap from last year. Shooting's been better, been more aggressive. Team has been very responsive to his increased scoring, and I think he's been a huge part of why they're undefeated. So I'll also give it to Darius Garland. Yeah. And then, of course, Dyson Daniels. Huge team. Huge.
And I think Bill Simmons was touching on it, but just the fact that like Dyson Daniels play alone makes a DeJounte Murray trade just like a disaster for the Pelicans. Just straight up, you wouldn't have done that trade over again. But then they also traded Nance and picks as well.
Crazy.
I got two quick hoopers of the week. If y'all don't mind, I'll slide mine in. One easy, Franz Wagner. They I think the Magic started like 5-2, and then they lost like 4 straight. The second Paolo got hurt, and now they've won 3 in a row. Not very impressive teams, to be honest. I think one of them had to be Charlotte, but still, he's scoring above 20 on each. He's been shooting threes like with confidence. Yeah, I feel how Afan feels watching Amin Thompson shoot those corner threes. It's really just he's putting them up. Like if it goes in or not, it doesn't matter. He's putting them up, and he misses shots, and the team gets rebounds. Like missed shots still count as points half the time for this team. So Franz Wagner for sure, keeping that team afloat. I'm gonna stop talking about Orlando now. Next guy, Grady Dick, bro, up there in Canada. No one like him. He's putting it together. He's confident, and he delivers every night. Not every night, but Grady Dick, he's good. I like what he's doing.
He does go. He goes hard at the 10. I watched a couple games with the Lakers. He just goes to the cup with ferocity.
I like how hard he's going, dude.
Good picks.
Thank you.
Good picks. Afan, anyone you wanted to
Yeah,
highlight?
I'll also throw out two. Very, very soft and special place in my heart for this guy, Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, nice.
He's been absolutely balling. I just really like the way he plays. Very, very smooth, very old school type game. Plays at his own pace. Things finally has a little bit better support around him, competent coaching around him, and he's starting to show out. They've already. I think they started like 3-25 or something crazy last year. They already have 4 wins, trending upwards. I like what he's doing out there in Detroit, and I'm very excited to see him continue to grow. Very, very high on him still. So
His teammate Isaiah Stewart just got ejected from the Bucks game.
Yeah, of course he did.
Common thing for Isaiah Stewart to do.
Hey, where were you when he hit LeBron a few years ago? I know
Dude,
exactly
that was
where I
awesome.
was.
That was so crazy.
Hey, LeBron backed up. That's all I remember. LeBron took
The
up a steps
king,
back.
the king shook. All I remember seeing.
That meme has a lot of legs on Twitter to this day.
Second guy I will say is Tari Eason. Got to give a shout out to Tari Eason. I think he deserves all the credit, all the praise from the NBA community. Very underrated player. Missed the whole season last year almost. Back, and he's just an elite defender currently, and he's hitting like 40% of his threes. Playing exactly what you want out of him, to the point where Ime Udoka threw out a little baby Kawhi comp at him yesterday. So shout out to Tari.
Oh my God, guys! Wembanyama has 50 points right now.
Oh my God!
I saw that, and I'm just gonna ignore that. Shinori, you want to? Shinori, you want to highlight everybody?
Yeah, I got one guy. He's been, and it's because he's had like a great, great season.
Go ahead,
Wait, Wemby has 50 already?
Wait.
How long, bro? What?
I'm sorry.
We don't need to.
My bad.
Alok is in so much trouble, bro.
Hey, I'm with you, Alok. I'm with you. Right on, man. Through the end. I'm with you.
Wait, what happened?
Oh man. Oh, I'm just saying. Sorry, Shinor. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was pretty important information, actually. I think. I was gonna say this guy.
Well,
Wait, what'd you say?
Giannis is also closing in on 50.
Yeah, Giannis got 46.
Is anyone else on the Bucks scored yet?
Yeah,
They have 103 points, so I would assume yes.
Okay. But this guy is the only Hooper of the week I have. He's having a breakout season at age 31. It's Norm Powell.
Yes, sir.
Dude, he's going crazy. I discovered this because I was trying to. I usually during fantasy basketball, I'm like, every year I pick up Norm Powell at some point. Where's Norm Powell? He's been on another team for a while, and he's just putting up insane fantasy numbers. He nearly killed the Thunder the other day by bringing the Clippers back in the second half. Age 31, he's doing it. He's doing it like no one else ever has, in my opinion, for age 31 breakout season. So Norm Powell, you were my Hooper of the week.
Man. I like that, and he's nice. He was getting buckets last year, year before.
Very nice.
I like that, bro. I had Norm Powell.
I like that pick too. Yeah, I want to kind of speak on behalf of Izan. He wanted to highlight Tyler Hero. I think he doesn't say that lightly because he's a known Miami Heat hater, but he had to give love to Hero and his scoring leap. I think that's on the tail end of last night's performance, especially. So salute to Tyler. Izan loves you. And
you have to give it to Wemby, right? Look.
Yeah, I think like a little 50 points against the Wizards. Show me a little bit more of Wemby, maybe do it against maybe do it in prime time against good competition, and maybe I'll be a little bit more impressed.
Alex are getting fried, dude. Alex,
yeah,
good perimeter defense. Wemby has 8 threes. I don't know how many were on him.
Man, that's
gosh.
so funny.
Not looking good for Alex Sarr in my defensive prowess that I highlighted. But as far as Hooper of the Week goes, you guys actually kind of highlighted some people that I had in the running. I wanted to mainly talk about Dyson Daniels, though, and particularly his defensive kind of presence on the floor. It just kind of adds. I think that's something they've been desperately missing in Atlanta. Trae Young is a minus defender. Ricochet has provided some defense, and that's why he was drafted first overall primarily. But the fact that Dyson Daniels has been, added some defensive flair to the front, the back court, kind of makes him good to go with, Trae Young when he does get healthier. It'll be interesting to see how that partnership develops going forward, and also kind of makes Trae Young maybe a little bit more expendable now that he not only has, blossomed and kind of made his impact defensively, but, can score 20 point, had his multiple 20-point performances this season and can, obviously play make, which he showed in New Orleans. So Dyson Daniels was who I was going to come with, but a lot of good picks from y'all. And now maybe our favorite segment of the week, hit the showers. Lots of great candidates over the past couple of weeks for towels to be sent in the mail. Mm-hmm. So does anyone want to start?
I'll go ahead.
Does anyone have 2?
Mine's kind of special. Mine is the entire Bucks organization. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I don't know what the future is. Y'all are old. It's not. Y'all 3-8, losing to the Pistons right now. Even if y'all lose at home against the Pistons, when Giannis might have close to 50.
Yeah, that roster is.
That was a whole organization in the showers, man. Also, I do want to say quickly, not to go back, but you're telling me Jared McCain finished with what, 35 points today?
No.
What?
Wow. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
As a rookie?
That's sick.
And it took he finished with 34, and it took the MVP 6 years to get 10 more. I don't
Doesn't
know.
he's
Okay,
not
never
an MVP. He doesn't need to get 45 a game.
I said
Man.
MVP.
Hey
Man,
man, lay off Shea, man. Use your Hooper of the week. Come on, man. You're giving him
That
such
was
a
great.
hard time.
I think I made too many Bronny comments today, so I was getting me back.
Definitely some malice behind that.
Uh,
An entire
wanna-
organization for
with the
hit the
Ios thing,
shower. That's crazy.
I think we should take this opportunity to, since he said the entire Bucks organization, to shit on Doc Rivers a little more, because he was also one of my hit the showers. So I'll just jump on top of that. I think we all knew from the moment he got hired that this bum wasn't going to do anything with this team. This dude's coasting off one title. And none of his like embarrassing like collapses or losses seems to haunt him at every job he goes to. It's kind of crazy.
that's true.
Yeah, and he got Darvin Ham on his side to help things out. So you know,
He's not even a good like vibes guy, right? He'll call out his players in the media and like go on podcasts after the fact and like call out Joel Embiid, James Harden, like
Ben Simmons.
Like what? Yeah, why does he keep getting jobs? And this is a good time to highlight him as the Hit the Showers Award, because he also lost Kamala Harris the election. If you guys saw the the little commercial he had with a Doug Emhoff.
They sure know how to pick him.
Yeah, he was the one to lead them in the fourth quarter, and you saw how that went.
Oh, Doc.
Very crazy.
Doc. Hey, Austin, my favorite Rivers.
I love Austin.
Same.
Austin. Yeah. I guess since that Iowa technically took my first hit the showers award. My second one is not a basketball player or coach in particular, but this it was basketball. No, it happened in an NBA game. So Drake went on the Raptors broadcast and decided to shit on someone near and dear to my heart, DeMar DeRozan, after having shit run down his legs this entire summer, coming out of it looking like a little bitch boy.
Hey, whoa, come on, language.
Hey,
a little too angry, bro.
Get him in the showers.
I'll take it up with DeMar DeRozan, dude. You're a loser. Nothing he's done since the summer has proven that he's not like been a loser. So hit the showers, shitter boy.
All right. Let's.
I second that. After finish your, as Bomani Jones said, finish your breakfast. Go back. If you can't handle the what's Kendrick Lamar 5'6", you can handle a 5'6", dude. Don't talk to DeMar. Go handle, man.
Yeah. Stay the hell away from DeMar, you punk.
Yeah.
Shanora's really passionate about DeMar DeRozan, leads him to say some things. Maybe he'll, maybe it's not a representative of what we try to do here on the Ball Up Top podcast, So please,
you're not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. All right, go ahead.
All right. Drake, hit the showers, man.
I can't believe we had such massive deviations from the known Hit the Showers Award blueprint already this early. But that was
I really enjoyed it. You guys have gotten off the beaten path, but it's been good. It's a good flair for the dramatic. I'll go here. So someone who I'm really happy to see in this segment, Deni Avdija.
He's been waiting on this one.
Let's go.
Hit the showers, man. He morally hit the showers since birth, and now he is now hitting the showers based on his play. Everyone was talking about how the Deni Avdija trade was this massive haul for Portland. How did they get away with it? You know what the trade was? They got Deni Avdija and they traded away Malcolm Brogdon, fine, whatever. He's not really a player in the NBA, but they traded away the rights to the pick that became Bub Carrington, who I'd much rather have than Vinny Avdija, especially at this point. And I think another future pick.
Scoot as well.
Yeah. Oh, Scoot will be a mainstay on the segment, I'm sure, as the season goes on.
I'll give Scoot a chance.
But Denny Avdia, let me just go through some numbers for you to start the season. First of all, while I pulled him up, he's gotten benched on the Portland Trailblazers. Chauncey Billups was talking about him being the best player on the team, and he's already gotten benched like 10 games into the season. He's shooting 35% from the field, 22% from three, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and now benched on one of the worst teams in the league. Hit the showers, Denny Avdia. You garnered so much clout in garbage time minutes at the end of the season for the Washington Wizards, and everyone was just like so excited about you. You're morally bankrupt, and now you're playing just as bankrupt as your morals. So hit the showers, man.
Hit the shower.
Hit the showers, bro.
Hit the shower's been crazy this week. What else we got?
Yo, but quickly, for our audience, live, dude. I don't know if y'all are watching. Torian Prince hit crazy 3, sent them up by 3, bro. Pistons got the ball dribbling. Cade's ball skills have been terrible this year.
I'm really gonna have to catch up on this game.
Last second on the shot clock, made a 3.
Ooh.
Tied 1-11 with
Sasser.
25 seconds left.
Oh man.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to catch up on this game afterwards.
Hey, that's my Hooper of the Week, Io. Be careful.
Who?
Afan, why don't you?
Cade. Marcus Sasser, Hooper of the Week would be crazy.
Afan, do you want to share your Hit the Showers award then?
Yeah, man, I got a repeat offender, unfortunately.
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 in a row, man. Jabari Smith Jr. 6'11", plays like he's 5'6", man. I don't know what's going on. His shot looks like this is a trajectory of a shot. It's completely flat. There's no arc to it. I was watching Auburn highlights the other day. Oh my God, he had a beautiful stroke. There was nice arc. There's nice elevation to it. He looked athletic. I don't know what happened. I absolutely have no idea what happened. 1 for 6 today. Benched again in the fourth quarter. I don't know what's going on. It's time to hit the. How many towels left? The whole Bucks organization got towels. But, bro, whatever towels left, go hit the showers, buddy.
And Drake's in there too, so no one wants to go in.
What do you mean? These are.
Anyway, Son. you want to share your Hit the Showers?
Yeah, I'm gonna go quickly.
Afan, I thought you guys. I felt like a couple years ago on draft night, y'all were like, "Oh, I'm so happy I got Jabbar."
I wasn't, man. You should see my reaction on draft night.
I was devastated.
Afan was depressed because Shams cooked the book for FanDuel, saying that Paolo was gonna go 3, Jabari was gonna go 1.
Oh my dude! If the Rockets had Paolo right now,
dude,
that would
he
be
met like at a local Houston restaurant with Rafael Stone. All the things were mapped out. What his role in the offense was, and also
it's so good. What a loss
to be.
All right, Saad.
The Rockets.
Who do you got, Saad, for this week?
Wait, what happened?
I'll be so I don't really want to settle in on Joel Embiid too hard. I've always just presumed there was things going on in his life outside of basketball affecting his basketball because that's just what his face looks like. The weight loss thing and him still being out of shape is like so bizarre. I'm not even gonna really comment on it. It's just that's who I was gonna pick for Hit the Showers, but it's like I don't get it. That's just too weird. Why is he losing so much weight? But how did he lose it? I have no idea what's going on with Joel Embiid. He'll reluctantly trudge into the showers whether I ask him to or not. I got another one that I think is pretty good. I watch a lot of Hornets basketball. Brandon Miller hit the showers, bro. Last night, one of the worst offensive performances I've seen personally in my life. 3 for 18 from the field, 16%. Can't hit anything, bro. He had one good game against the Pacers the rest of the season. He's shooting 30% from the field, 30% from 3. And you guys might think Brandon Miller, he's going to be all right. He's only shooting like 42, 43% last year. Brandon Miller, second year only. I think it's time, bro. Early season, hit the showers.
He's shooting 37%. I have hope for Miller. I have hope for Miller there. You know, he's to build some chemistry with LaMelo Ball. To be fair, LaMelo was out all year last year, so kind of working to the fold. I think, like you said, he wasn't shooting at high percentages, but he was getting a lot of opportunity last year as a kind of a focal point. So let's see if he can adapt. He's got the tools. Jabari Smith, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's over. I think it's over. I have a guy who's passing out the towels in his Prada shoes, Anthony Richardson jersey, butt pod favorite, Tyrese Halliburton. Passing out the towels currently. Might have to hit the shower soon.
Oh,
I looked at it. I looked at his stat line today. He had like 0 points at halftime. Like classic Tyrese, 0 points, 8 assists. Like franchise cornerstone Tyrese Halliburton. And guess what? They lost to the powerless Magic.
Hey,
Franz Wagner leading the way.
Listen,
what a loser Tyrese Halliburton is.
And he was 3 for 14. He was 3 for 14. They lost by 4. Imagine losing by 20 points and somebody on your team shot 18 times and hit and missed and only hit 3. How mad would you be? I would be so mad.
He needs to stop.
I'd be more mad at Halliburton for 3 for 14 losing by 5.
Yeah, it was
We
pretty
need
bad.
to stop messing with who. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all saw the clip. He needed to stop messing with them.
Let's not start some gossip here. I think this has probably been the most.
No, it's not gossip. We saw the clip. It's not gossip.
I'm glad,
You need to stop
I
hanging out with them. You need to stop hanging out with them.
All right.
It's annoying.
Yeah. On that note, I think this was an electric segment to end this podcast. Probably as electric of a segment as we're going to get this Hit the Showers iteration this week. It'll be one for the books. Thank you all for joining us. I got to go watch the Lakers. My GOAT, LeBron James. Hopefully squeak out a win. Against the Grizzlies without John Morant. So for this time, I'll say happy hooping to everybody listening and to you all. Enjoy.
Yo, did they make it? Or was that a foul? Dude, we're gonna lose. Dude, Pistons are gonna
good
lose.
night, everybody. Giannis is gonna look really good in that purple and gold soon.
Oh my God! Happy
Giannis for
hooping.
D'Lo. Giannis for D'Lo. Happy hooping.
Oh
Happy
man.
hooping.
My computer can't handle both the game and this, so I have to choose one.
We are recording.
Doesn't Chromecast have NBA on it? Dude, okay, I'm sorry. I keep I think it's my oatmeal I had, so if you guys hear farts, I'm so sorry. It just can't stop. I don't have to go, number 2.
Hey, I get it. Get it all. We can edit this part out. Just don't talk about this in the middle.
Yeah. But this is called the butt pod.
It's true. It's true. I like that.
I know something at the end of this episode.
Staying true to the theme.
Let's edit that part out in post.